Morning. I'm glad Hooters has got nothing to do with noses with us two.
You leave me out of this.
All right.
It's okay as long as I don't sort of have a sideways profile. Been one heck of a year for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been fairly eventful, yeah.
Yeah. No sort of little events. It's all been major happenings, hasn't it?
It has a bit, yeah, with sort of Sported and all the rest. Well, I mean, it's difficult to try and define when the year started, you know, because for me the highlight of the last year and a half, I suppose, started with the Band-Aid thing, and then into Live Aid, which was another massive event. The Sported was wonderful as well.
Yeah, it was a year ago that we were chatting on this programme about your first solo single.
That's right.
It was actually your second solo single, but off the new album.
First one from the album, yeah. If I Was.
If I Was. It's incredible. That went to #1.
That's right, with the pins and all that, the pin matrix and things.
Yeah. And then you got married.
That's right.
All these major events.
Yeah, it was great fun.
And you've been around the world as well, more or less.
I went around the world in 2 months, would you believe, with the guys we're about to see in a minute. We decided to do a tour to back up the solo album, but I didn't want to do one of these sort of mammoth Ultravox type tours where it goes on for forever and you come back looking 10 years older than what you did when you left. So we decided to go to Australia and Japan and America and Canada and all around Europe, and we did it all in just under 2 months.
Were you worried about doing your first solo tour?
Slightly worried beforehand because after working with Ultravox all this time, you know that if something dreadful goes wrong, that they'll just carry on playing and get you through it somehow. But working with a whole new band is very, very different. But after being on stage for 10 minutes with them, it was fine. I knew they were all old professionals.
Now, of course, you're back together now with Ultravox, working on new stuff.
Yeah, I started a couple of weeks ago. We're working with Connie Plank, the record producer, who produced Vienna and a few other things for Ultravox a few years ago. So we've started recording. We've got another couple of months to do on that yet, and then there'll be something out before Christmas, I hope.
Now, we hear stories of Bob saying that his involvement with Live Aid, Band-Aid, Sport Aid is going to come to a halt. What about you? Are you going to carry on being involved? It's
got to come to a halt at some point. I think both of us, not just us, because we are in the limelight, I suppose, but all the other people involved in the Band-Aid Trust, who are pulled together to look after the overseeing, the spending of the money that was raised. They're all professional people. They're all lawyers and music business people and managers and, you know, concert promoters and things. People whose job it is to do those particular things, not a charity. So I think it's now time that we've asked people for enough, just about. And I think people get tired hearing the name Geldof and the name Ure. And it's nice now that we've set up what can be taken on by someone else. Other people can take over the idea that we set up. So it will tail off eventually.
Brilliant. But you'll still be involved, obviously, to a certain extent.
We've still got an awful lot of money to spend yet, so we'll still be involved until that money's spent.
That must be the fun part. Actually, last week on the programme, we had a Pet Shop Boys competition. Chance for you to win Pet Shop Boys sweatshirt is give the address, all right? Now, the address, if you want to win 40 Manchester M60 1FR, what is Midge's real name? OK, Midge is going to be singing a couple of songs for us on the programme. Here's the first. We're delighted to welcome him here, singing a song which went to #1 for him within the last 12 months. Midge Ure, If I Was.
the beat.